All right, I'm live. So I'm gonna do a martial arts home workout here. Do some hitting the bag. I'm gonna hit this towards the end of the workout after I do the bag work to condition the bones and turn my body into a weapon. So that's always that's a good one. It's a traditional tool called a makiwara, but I found out not too long ago you just put a piece of plywood against the wall and it's very similar. So that's a pretty good tool right there. So yeah, I'm just gonna get to this workout. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna go. Probably gonna be over an hour, but not sure. So I'm pretty much totally cold right now. So I'm gonna do more with some stretching and just kind of go with the flow. Just kind of take it how it is and not rush things too much because I'm on camera. I have a tendency to get like an adrenaline dump and stuff like that. I'll start going on camera. So just kind of get the blood flowing, so you have things look more realistic, more real time. Get warmed up and everything. That's very important. The warm up, very very important. Don't want to be throwing moves out cold. The Bruce Lee said ballet dancers warm up for hours before they work out. Nobody's serious about what they're doing. Does it without a warm up. Now you can throw punches and stuff like that any time of day, any time of warm up. But it's a little different. A little different when you're throwing kicks. But if you're on the street in a fight, you get an adrenaline rush, and that's a different story. You can you can throw your stuff out. Try not to overuse your adrenaline and stuff like that. So I'm just warming up, kind of chilling out a little bit, trying to simulate like before a class. A lot of times, like before a class, you show up a little early and just kind of start off with some easy stretching. Normally, come in, try to be at least 15-20 minutes ahead of time. Nice deep breathing. And then they teach you in martial arts and yoga and stuff. You're gonna breathe way down deep and not shallow chest breathing. So a couple of vinyasas, yoga moves. Let's see if I can get a little better angle here. Take this mirror down. Bad luck to break a mirror, right? I've come to realize more lately how much how important it is to warm your back up before kicking and stuff like that. Makes a big difference with all those leaning movements and stuff like that to be have a nice warm back. And that's a good one too. The squat, just to get the legs warmed up, put some blood in there, get the muscles working. I got a viewer now. I wasn't watching the live chat last time, but now I'm watching it for any feedback or anything like that. Just warming up right now, taking my time, like pretending like it's before a class, before a martial arts class, where you come in early, come in a few minutes early, and get warmed up. So a lot of times before class, people will come in early and just start stretching a little bit, because it makes a huge difference, being stretched out and not being stretched out. This one's a really good one for kicking. And so kicks, it's a really complex movements that take a lot of warm up, take a lot of stretching and effort. On this one, because it's like that chamber position in the kick. It's like that, and then also strengthens and stretches. To get warmed up, you have to be have your blood flowing and everything like that. Have your heart rate up. Helps out a lot. That's why I like just a little bit of resistance training helps a good bit. I'm gonna try to pay more attention to that live chat, the top chat. So for any feedback or anything want to go over or anything like that. That was a good move. Dynamic type movement. Starting to get a little sweat coming, that's good. And there's static stretching, dynamic stretching, and ballistic stretching. And they say you want to stay away from the ballistic stretching, but just like some soft bouncing is not the same, because it's more of like a controlled movement. Whereas ballistic, you're like jamming yourself, trying to do like a strong move, really fast, jerky movement to try to get into the stretch, but it's pretty dangerous. Common knowledge. The dangers of ballistic stretching. All right, pretty warm. On fingertips. On knuckles. And it's good to do those on the knuckles, because it strengthens the wrist. So a lot of people, like boxers and stuff like that, they wrap their hands up before they hit the bags. But traditionalists don't do that. because they strengthen the knuckles and wrists. The body is like more of a weapon. Military type stuff. Militaristic type training. Do a set of pull-ups. Find the right spot for this. This will work. For some reason the camera isn't quite lining up. Let me take this book off. Might as well get a good stretch in. Let's see here. Socks on. You want to get a nice, good warm up in. We were running yesterday, and I didn't stretch too much after it. The legs are a little tight, not too bad, but a little tight. It just takes a little extra to get them warmed up how I want them. Yeah, these front splits are really important for kicking. Nice long warm up today. It's always better to do that when you can, when you have that luxury. All right, that's about cover warming up. Do a few more dynamic stretches in a minute. Always save it. I always have a few more I'm thinking of. All right, let's get the mirror ready. Start off with some, just a few air kicks, air stretches. Which is not gonna fall over or anything. Come on, get a better camera angle. Let's see here. Yeah. Bring him back in. Better. Okay. Never mind, I guess I don't need the mirror at all. Still trying to get this camera how I want it. It's a little learning process. I'm still pretty new to this stuff. This camera stuff anyway. No comments yet? I think I'm addicted to these karate forms. I was gonna try to not do too many, but let's go ahead and just do one. This one's actually Taekwondo. Do karate and Taekwondo. Mixed martial arts. Mixed traditional. I've been doing yoga for the past 4 years or so, 4.5 about. And I did karate and taekwondo for a long time, so I noticed a lot of similarities between the stances. It's like a yoga, they have a chair pose like this. So I noticed in that form, come up and it's like a chair pose, and then back right here. And same thing in how more ring, you go like this, and you're down like this. And like that, and the kick. But it's the chair pose. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of bag work. Have to bag some. My waist, feel like putting a little bit here. So, best way to do this is think about it like lifting weights, you do your standard curls, bench press, all that. Bench press is actually kind of bad exercise for a lot of people, but anyway, chest press, like pull-ups, push-ups. This is like basic exercise, building strength and the striking. I actually do a lot of air strikes, but that's good to do this too. That way, you're conditioned to actually hit something. With air strikes, they develop a lot of power and gracefulness and stuff like that as well. So here we go. Let's start off with some basic kicks. I can knock it over, but it's best go about medium power or something. Build up repetitions instead of like trying to blow your joints out or something like that. Strike it as hard as you can right away. That's normally not the best thing to do. It's like somebody saying, how much can I bench press right away? So a lot of times that can lead to injury and problems. So just some basic strikes. Front kick, start with an easy one. I can knock it down just to knock it down. Straight roundhouse kick. It's actually easier if you do it with your leg behind you, you have more power. But so I'll show it. No, it's not curtain down, it's in. But it's generally best to try not to knock it down every time. Get it like sub knockdown. And then with these roundhouse kicks, it's a lot harder if you do it with your legs parallel and striking it like that, as opposed to having one leg behind you. So do it this way. Do it with legs parallel. So with those kicks and stuff, and a lot of techniques in general, a lot of the power comes from accuracy. And then also, if the mechanics are right, you don't have to put that much power into it. It's like with the side kick, hitting with the heel and straight alignment, you don't have to do that much to cause a lot of damage. So let's keep going here. All right, now it's time to get really warmed up. Keep down. I'll raise them up in a minute. If I can change things up a little bit here. This bag's really good for developing power and accuracy. Or if you want like rhythm and timing and all that stuff. Speed is just speed, but rhythm and timing, it's good to have music with it. But I'm not gonna play any music right now. Okay. So I'm trying to get that camera angle right. I'm actually used to learn a lot of kicks with shoes on and stuff. Shoes make a difference. It's a little bit of weight on the bottom, so it changes the physics of it. So that feels easier because what I'm used to. Like a lot of times, shoes or boots or something like that help you at the end of it. But if you have like big, thick legs, it makes kicking harder. Just moving your legs, picking up your legs and everything because they weigh more. Something about the weight at the end, like on the foot with the shoe, for some reason makes it feel easier. It's just the physics of it, moving that at the end. Slippery. Actually feeling surprisingly tight from the run yesterday. And just started back running again. It should make everything better. Body weight lighter, easier to manipulate. But on the short term, a little sore, particularly in the hamstrings. A little taller than me when you fight. You lean down. So that's actually a pretty tall guy. Anybody watching? All right, that's a little better. All right, I'm gonna go over a few more, just individual moves from the forms on the back. I'll sit down for a minute. Been going about an hour. Rest up a second, and then I'll end hitting the board a little bit. good to have full energy when you practice some of these moves. Sometimes it's good when you're tired to practice it because it gets your mechanics sometimes really in line. A lot of times it's good to have it more clear energy, more clear focus when you're striking, because you can, if you're practicing when you're a little tired or worn down, you can ingrain bad form into your system. I just need to think of kind of some of the stuff I want to do. I'm actually a little disappointed with the way things are going. I kind of underestimated how tight I was. It's been a little tight. But sometimes I just keep going. The other day, I had a workout in the morning and it was like, didn't feel very good. But I just waited a little bit and I came back in the afternoon and it was actually a lot better. It's just like a little tight, a little stiff in the morning. And then I did it again in the afternoon. But I did like 20 minutes of cardio before the workout, and it made a big difference. And sometimes if you do a couple practices in a day, it can really help. That second one's really humming, but sometimes the first one can really hurt the second one. So things are just a feeling out process a lot of times with your body. But if you're going to compete or something like that, it's good to know, when you're peaked out, you're going to be at your absolute best if you're doing some kind of competition or something like that. So you want to know how your body works and the mechanics of, when you're ready to go and all that. So, I'm going to do a few more moves on the back. Mess around with some application, some of the form moves. A couple minutes. Should be good to go. Could wait as much as 5 minutes or so. But let's get this going. See if I can figure this out. Placing all right. Here. This is one. It's actually pretty hard to hit a side kick on the chin. You see a lot of people that practice that like that, because a lot of times when you catch somebody with a side kick, they're leaning in, and their body is like that. You know, they're leaning forward a little bit, as opposed to straight up like that. It's a big difference. So you have to penetrate a lot more, and you can't just lazily bring it up. Like you have to go out with it. But it's a big difference, like the power in the body, and then the power in the head. And then also you can catch them like standing over you or something like that, and you shoot up like that. But yeah, the roundhouse kick actually has a lot more power in it when you're going towards the head. Well, throw this guy down again one more time. Should be a lot easier now. Actually, a little bit. And then there's there's like 3 different kinds of roundhouse kicks you can do. There's the let's see if I can change this. That's the better angle. There's the traditional, and you go up and around and hit with this part of the foot. There's a Thai style where you swing it like a bat. And then there's also the traditional, but you hit them with the ball of your feet. That way it's like a board break. And I'm going to be showing that over there. Let's just hit them with the ball. And I like the spinning back kick a lot. Some people land it and everything, and it's really powerful. But a lot of times you don't want to spin because you take your eyes off the opponent. But the thing I like about the spinning back kick, practicing it, is that you go and it chambers his leg really far behind you. So you get that full range of motion on the side kick. Like this. You get that full range. Uh-oh. Knock it down more than that one. Yeah, it's getting a little slippery. Makes it a little more of a challenge. Shit. You're bleeding on me. Never mind. Let's get some adhesive to put on when I start doing that too much. Shit. Keep knocking them down on accident. In better control. Hour and 17 already. Feel a lot more warmed up now. A lot more loose, I mean. Been warmed up. All right, that's about close to 20 more minutes. Maybe 15, 20. It's a long round. 15-minute round. And that spinning heel kick, a lot of times you see people do it and hit with that part as opposed to that part. And it just takes less flexibility to do it like that. And it's less power, more likely to hit your ankle. But it's good, like, it's like a block or something like that. Throw that one in. So, you see. It's also a good stretch, just to do it like that. So you can't go like that. Not even familiar with doing that. That's a better way with the heel. That's not really a kick. I think it's just one more technique, and then I'm going to move over to striking the board. Work on the really traditional stuff. Turn your body into a weapon. Any comments or anything? Let me think. Let me lower him down for this last one. Whew, this is my favorite. All right, that's about good for that. Grab some more. I'll be right back. No, I'm gonna do the back fist first. You want to do the back fist first because if you condition the front of the knuckles too much, it makes working the back of the knuckles more difficult. They're built up and it's hard to reach that area. So you want to do the back fist first. Okay, still see me? Do some front kicks. Ball the foot, pull the toes back. Side kick. No, let me do a punch first. Regular punch. You don't want to get too carried away on this stuff. It's a light process, a little bit at a time. Could hurt yourself pretty bad if you don't do it right. You go too much too soon. A lot of times I hit trees and stuff like that, but this plywood works really well. It's more like the traditional Makibora. Side kick. Heel doesn't need that much conditioning. It's pretty strong. One of the hardest places in your body. Let me see if I can show you that traditional roundhouse kick. We got a good old fingertips first. Very good for practical self-defense. You have to be pretty light on this. It's good to have your fingernails trimmed as well. But with the vulnerable spots and like between the ribs and stuff like that are pretty soft anyway. Bob's pretty hard. He's tough rubber. He's a really tough guy. Actually, I need to trim my fingernails. Let me do that roundhouse kick. I can show this off, just a couple reps. There we go, not too bad. That's the traditional style. It's pretty hard to do. A lot of times it's hard to pull those toes back. It's one of those things you might have to be born with, that kind of weird abnormality, or contort yourself when you're really young. But you don't know if you don't try, right? All right. I'm gonna do some chops. Give it a blade. And a lot of these you can hit different angles. It's the same striking area, so it doesn't really matter. That's why I only did like 5 roundhouse kicks, because I already did the front kick, and it works on the same area. So yeah, just do that. Let's show it off. That's about it for the striking surfaces. An hour and 30 minutes. Some tough forms. Does that form? You go like that. And it's also good to do that. Nice movement for the shoulder. So that's about an hour and 30 minutes. 30 minutes of stretching. Took me about 30 minutes to kind of warm up. I'll do this workout again pretty soon. And so you want to really, really warmed up. I was actually a little sore from running last night, but no excuses or anything. So let me do just a couple more kicks on the back. Think about it a little higher. Any comments? Any suggestions? Anything you want to say? A lot of times I work on the high kicks a lot more, because if you can throw it high and then throw in like a mid-range kick, you know, in the sweet spot, is a lot more easier, a lot more coordinated. So if you can throw it high, you can throw it middle, but you still want to throw those middle kicks a lot because you still want to be coordinated with it, so it's not completely abnormal doing it. So here we go. I didn't throw too many hook kicks. Start off like this. Everything's always harder on the front leg, all less power, but you can throw people off. Do my, you want to see my Mirko Pro Cop impersonation? That's a good one. It was, what's that? Right kick hospital, left kick cemetery. So, actually need a little more space. You just walk up to him, gangster, take him out. Let's do it, all right? Get a little more space. It's good to work in a confined space, but it's also nice to have a long space as well. All right, guess that about covers it. Just do a couple dynamic stretches. Did a lot of bag work. All right. Keep wanting to go longer. All right. Almost done. I'll just do a couple basic stretches. Hold up. Flipping on this side. One side's always better than the other. That's a good one though. Just a couple more. Let me do a little bind here. See what it looks like on the other side. All right. That should about do it. Thanks for watching. And look forward to more of these in the future. So talk to you soon, and see you next time. Bye. Bye for real. It takes me a second. All right. Bye-bye now. Talk to you later.